Good afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing today? I'm going to be leaving this music on in the background because Fable has no background music. So it can often be, like, it's got atmospheric sound, but no background music. So I figured just having some, I don't know, what do they call this? Lo-fi? Just having some stuff in the background will help it feel less empty. But how are you all doing? I'm finally recovered from my Friday madness, which, you know, carried over and became Saturday madness, because of course it did. Yeah. Give me a second and I will switch over and we can begin what I'm hoping is the end. Honestly, like, this game has great art. It's just not... the puzzles are not good, and that's like the death of a puzzle game. But yes, Summer, look, I'm very happy you're excited. Frankly, I'm very happy you've heard of this game, because very few people have. I'm going to assume you played the game quite a bit when you were younger, Summer. Because I know a lot of people... I know it was actually reasonably popular when it first came out. So I wouldn't be too surprised to find out that you had played it. Yeah, let's get into things. And whoops, I forgot to put on the sound. There we go. As ever, can we get some crab, please? For the crab, who is crab pleasing right now. No, this is part 3. As I said, I'm hoping to finish it today. Hi, Chen. So, I have had some revelations, which is to say I looked at the walkthrough because I was very confused about where to go. So, when I first arrived at the bottom of the ocean, as you do, I was met by some friendly seahorses who spoke to me and then wandered off. One of the seahorses had tid, as someone pointed out. I was very upset. The seahorses give you a required item. An item without which you cannot proceed. It is the only time in the game, at least that I'm aware of, that this happens. And you just have to wait for them to come back.
I don't feel like talking to anyone or anything right now.
But you must.
You're still here, I see.
Oh, okay.
I was actually hoping to see you guys again.
Same here. Actually, we wanted to give you some kelp.
That's the item I needed.
It's something we do down here as a sign of goodwill.
Well, that's very kind of you.
It's the nicest thing anybody's ever given me.
Probably untrue.
Take it. I'm tired of carrying it.
Wait, if you're just tired of carrying it, it's not a gift, it's just garbage. Also, that is some tid on that seahorse. Like, an unpleasant amount. Okay, that's the item I needed, and that's basically why I couldn't proceed at the end of last week's session, because I didn't have the kelp. I just need to adjust my microphone volume. It looks like I'm peaking occasionally. And I don't want to do that. So, yes. It is some pretty gross looking kelp. It looks much less terrible in the inventory
It's the
screen.
kelp weed from the seahorse.
But here it looks horrible.
Kelp weed is rather common, but it is always nice to have around, as it's often used as a polite gesture of kindness to strangers.
There we go. A light gesture of kindness to strangers. Oh. Okay. Did the kelp have an eye? I hope not. I didn't notice.
It's the kelp weed from the seahorse.
No, it's just my eye that was on top of it, indicating that I was looking at it. I don't believe... Yeah. You had me scared there. But what I can do now... Hey, Leroy.
Excuse me, but could you tell me where I might find the engulfed fortress?
Buddy, you're standing next to it.
I haven't eaten all day, and I'm in no mood to start talking to tourists.
I hate this guy's accent.
And I'm not giving anyone directions. Now bugger off.
I don't mean to be rude, but I just wanted to know if you could tell me where I am.
Get lost, you lousy piece of driftwood.
So, this dude hasn't eaten all day. And he's a crab. Maybe he wants kelp. Maybe he eats weeds.
Now this is a nice thing you've gonna done, giving me this kelp. I'm really touched. I'd like you to have my favorite shovel.
So it's not even food. It's just... Dude's super glad that you gave him kelp. Which, you'll note, was described as being fairly common. So, you know, I guess...
Does this mean I can keep it forever and ever?
That's right. It's yours to have. Now stop getting mushy on me or I'll change my mind.
No one has ever given this guy a gift, you can tell. Because, like, the first person who gives him a gift, he's just like, oh, here's my favorite thing. Please take it.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
This could come in handy in the future.
Also, I don't think I mentioned this. We're underwater because in the last stream we basically we went to the land of mists. We got their diamond. We had an incredibly climactic showdown with the snake demon, which is to say a creature which has ruled the world for decades, which was described as unkillable and would immediately kill me. Was slain by an untrained boy with a spear. It was very disappointing. But hey, we got us a shovel. And that's important, because we've also got us a map.
It's a map of a completely unheard of legendary treasure that was presumably buried in the sea a long time ago.
And in fact, if you look at the curve of the road here, it pretty closely matches the curve of the road here. And so the treasure is somewhere in this area, I believe. Unfortunately now, we have a shovel. I hope this is the right spot.
I guess there's nothing to dig up here.
Ooh, freshly raked sand. That's more interesting.
After hours of furious digging, Quickthorpe strikes something hard in the ground and pulls out what appears to be a treasure chest.
You know, for it to be hours of furious digging, I feel like they could at least have done a fade to black. Instead of just, yeah, he's done. Whatever. I shouldn't criticize this game.
I'll bet some pirate buried this treasure chest down here hundreds of years ago. Wouldn't you know it, there's a lock on it.
This song is something I'm playing in the background. Because the game has no background music. If I go and mute Chrome, that's just what you hear. This is Harris Heller Stream Beats. which, very fortunately, is copyright free. It is specifically designed for Twitch streamers. Anybody can use it, free of charge, no attribution needed. However, I do like to bring attention to him, because especially with what's going on with Twitch and copyright, it's nice to know that there are some cool people who are just making cool stuff. And it's a long playlist. Anyway, I used a bent hairpin as a lockpick before. Let's try it again.
Excellent jackpot. I think we could say that unlimited bar credit will be in order when I get back.
Okay. So I got some gold.
I think we can all agree that I am now filthy rich.
We can. I don't know Gudetama. Let me quickly look that up. Because Chen, as really is his thing, has pretty much immediately gone into a bed where'd behead. So, Gudetama is an anthropomorphized fried egg, is what I'm seeing. Okay. So, how this is gonna go, I'm gonna marry Retzko, because of course I am. Retzko is incredible. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna fuck the egg. I don't like Hello Kitty at all. Hello Kitty can die. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Because I don't like Hello Kitty. Like, I get that Hello Kitty is popular. Yeah, sure. Clip that sentence. I approve. I get that Hello Kitty is popular, but of the three, Hello Kitty is so obviously a child. Oh no, Chen. That makes it much worse. Hello Kitty is obviously a child. And in all of these things, everybody is of legal age and consenting, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I can't get it out of my head. Look at Hello Kitty. Whereas Gudetama is an egg. I can live with that. I just have to confirm this human thing. Kitty is, contrary to popular belief, a cat, not a human. Citation needed. That doesn't help us at all. Whatever. I should probably play Fable. But I also don't want to, so, you know, you can see the bind I'm in. Anyway, I've got a ton of treasure. I was hoping to get an item that would potentially help me. Does Aquaman want cash? Like, Wikipedia disagrees, but Wikipedia also doesn't give a citation. So, you know, very shaky that. But yes, I can neither marry nor fuck Hello Kitty, because Hello Kitty is like a child, and even if you suddenly tell me, oh no, she's 18, this is gonna be the anime thing. She looks like she's 5 years old, and I can't get past that. Do you want money, dude? I can give you money. How about we trade, like, all of my money for your rad spear and helmet. But yes, I agree, Juice. Finding out
How's
that
the
Hello
God
Kitty is a
going
person is
lately?
horrible. Stitch, please. I know that's accurate, but please.
Oh, just wonderful. I can't think of anything more exciting and professionally rewarding than guarding a hole in the ground.
But I
You're
bribe
certainly
you.
doing a good job of it anyway. Is there any chance of me seeing what's in that hole? I mean, now that I'm filthy rich and all.
Oh, come on, you're not serious, are you?
I'll bribe you.
Core, look at me. I'm dead serious.
That's the problem with rich folks. You're all alike.
I mean, he's not wrong. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Core is amazing. Core is husband.
You think you can do or have anything you want, any way and any day.
Am I wrong? Look me in the face, Core, and tell me as a rich person that I'm wrong.
Well, I've got news for you. You're not getting past me, and that's final.
Bruh, I killed a snake demon, like, not 5 minutes ago. I will straight up murder you.
Gee, that's too bad. I was hoping we could strike some sort of deal together.
Okay, yes, Vegeta, I admit. Here's kind of the problem, I think. Pig, my online persona, is bisexual. The person behind the online persona is not. And that's kind of difficult because they are separate. But like, if I could just at least convince people that I'm bi, that would be okay. Look, I said I would marry Retsuko, okay? Retsuko is amazing. I love her so much. Would a gay person say that? I mean, for Retsuko, probably. Yes. Stitch, can you please just stop posting emotes that mirror exactly what's going on screen? I hate it.
What's up, William?
Not now, I'm too busy working.
Yeah, okay, see you later.
Will you talk to me now that I'm rich?
I thought I told you to get lost.
Could I interest you in some pearls?
Please come in. What did you say your name was?
But I already did the pearl thing. Did I not do the pearl thing? I mean, I must have. I don't have any pearls. Actually, I might as well quickly put the diamond and the emerald in the
This fits perfectly.
Mecubar's key, because that's a word. The game has not crashed. Rip, I did the wrong thing. I'm actually going to briefly mute the game, because it's got this weird
This fits perfectly.
backwards sound for the TV, which I suspect they did for like copyright reasons, but it's just horrible. I wonder what he keeps in there. It's not giving me a zoomed in view, so I don't think I can do anything with it. Little antique box. There's nothing of interest in that. Again, it's weird that there are TV sets. Master Koopa, I'm assuming that's Koopa or similar, keeps a large private aquarium in his back bedroom. He is, Tom. I've just muted the game. Because if I didn't mute the game, let's say I mute the song, we get that. And just that constantly is horrible. But I don't think there's anything I need to do here, actually. Also, hi, Tom. Like, I'm confused now. Do I just... There was an electric eel. Do I just have to bribe the electric eel? Like, I kind of hate, if it is, that the solution to a problem is just bribe somebody. That's not clever puzzle design. It's not bad,
I don't think it could be possible to carry on a meaningful and intelligent discussion with this guy.
Fair point, Stitch. Okay. I'm gonna fucking hit him over the head with a shovel. Ooh, this guy is making the frames chug.
That doesn't do anything.
It could. You're not even trying. I appreciate the fact that you can, like, dig anywhere.
There's nothing here.
King Thut's treasure.
That doesn't do anything.
I mean, in general, Tom, but given the way he's using the shovel and the fact that he is entirely unimpeded by water, I don't think there's any actual water here. I think it's just, like, imaginary water.
That doesn't do anything.
Okay. Apparently that doesn't do anything.
It's a very basic, generic blue bottle from the abandoned shack. It's the book from Isayon's library.
Do I need to put you to sleep?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, sort of, but also the stone is why we can breathe underwater. This game is very confusing. And I just, like...
The entrance is blocked by a high-energy laser beam.
Okay, I can't just walk there. Why are there so many laser beams? Okay, so I can't talk to him. Help me, Leroy.
I see you're handy with the seaweed.
You could say that. What can I do for you?
How do I get into this building?
How do I get into this building?
I haven't got the foggiest idea. Why not try the front door?
That's easier said than done. Have you seen that electric eel over there?
Maybe he'll give me a clue.
Well, he's another problem. I just avoid him altogether.
Well, I can't.
But then I could care less about going into that old building.
But I must find out what's in there. My life depends on it.
Stop your crying. It's really nauseating.
I'm not crying, and also, how would you see that underwater?
What is this strange building?
Actually, that's a mystery. No one really knows what it's doing down here.
I thought this was the Engulfed Fortress. This isn't the Engulfed Fortress, but I was told that I'm right near the Engulfed Fortress. What is this?
I've been looking all over for this place.
Lucky for you, you're standing right in front of it.
I find this game deeply confusing sometimes.
I would again like to thank you for the shovel.
Oh, stop it before I change my mind. It was my favorite one, you know.
Okay, let's say sometimes more than others.
Oh really? So you're gonna miss it then?
Oh, just stop it. That's enough of that shovel business.
That's odd, seeing a building right here at the bottom of the sea.
Not really, given,
I wonder.
you know, what's... It's really weird to see a building at the bottom of the sea. There's the coral path. That's where the dude is, and he won't help me. There's the edge of the abyss, where there was a mermaid. There's the shell. There's the engulfed fortress. That is the totality. I really don't want to look up a walkthrough. But I think I'm going to have to, because I forgot just how horrible she looks. Yo, Zach. I'm very confused.
Here I am.
Yes, we've made a return to this nightmare. Hopefully for the last time. Come on, Cora, you have to help me. I feel like Cora is the only person with whom I haven't had any significant interaction beyond him telling me to piss off. Which, you know, fair. Again, Stitch. Accurate, but I wish you wouldn't. What if I axed you in the skull?
Back off, my little friend. You're not authorized to be here.
Okay, fair. You don't want to get axed in the skull. I get that. But you said you couldn't be bribed. Perhaps you didn't understand the scope of the bribe.
Core, I want you to have this treasure.
I'm sorry.
I have a feeling I won't have any use for it where I'm going.
I'm sorry. Dude told me he wouldn't accept a bribe. Then I gave him the money. He didn't even respond. He just gone. Fucking. Okay. This game wants me to hate.
Oh well, I always was a slave to fashion. Just in case I get into a jam with my pants down.
You know what I'm gonna save? Because as we discovered last week, the most dangerous thing in this game is not actually the various ways you can die. Not that many of them. The most dangerous thing in this game are the crashes. And I've just got a weird feeling. I'm having a tiny bit of nostalgia. Well, not nostalgia, just like a memory flash. I think this is going to do a weird thing. It is. Okay, those of you who were here last week, do you recognize this? If you were here last week, you may recognize it. Because this is the weird elevator that leads to the land of mists, which implies that where we are is directly underneath there. But that's physically impossible. Which is why when you try to come down here from there, you can't. Because that would just like skip a chunk of the game. So yeah, it's basically a wrong warp, but it's built in.
The chasm cuts deep down into the bottommost pits of the world.
So, this is a weird thing. Right, Tom. Like, we had to take like a whole trip, apparently a lengthy one, on an airship to get here. Oh no, they're gonna do the thing. We maze time now, boys. Anyway, let me just confirm that this is the exact same place and not just a similar looking place. Oh fuck, could you walk any slower, buddy?
This must be the directional indicator for the elevator platform. Up we go. It's kind of fun, actually.
Okay.
Well, I'm back up here now. This planet is really connected and screwed up. Oh well, I'll just have to make the best of it.
And like, kind of worse,
And down we go again.
they acknowledge that it's weird. I suspect the reason it happened. I think you need an item from the Land of Mist in order to solve this part of the game. However, there is, I believe it's a missable item. So if you're in that position, you need a way to get back to the Land of Mist. All fine and dandy. Why did it have to be this? Just like, make it a magical teleporter. This is a magical world. Make the teleporter magical. Wait. Okay, I'm not sure it is, but this looks suspiciously like a hidden door. I can't interact with it, so probably not. Tom, if you had actually put a pun there, yes. It's the Some Pig. It's Charlotte's Web. Anyway, I'm just doing normal maze solving. Always go left.
It looks like this tunnel has been blocked off.
It bothers me that I can't pick up that torch. Scum and Villainy with the raid. And a big ol' raid too. Thank you so much. I do not have sound commands. I kind of wish I did. Thank you for the raid. Yes, welcome to the corn realm. We in a maze now. Is that why they're corn mazes? Fine. I will do my best Pumbaa impression. They call me Mr. Pig! Ah! There, does that satisfy you? I have a sound command on Scum and Villainies channel, which is literally just Pumbaa doing that. How was the rest of your... You were doing Indie World stuff, right? Or whatever it's called.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You're just a pussy.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm super glad. Except for... Which one did you say is not good? Death and Taxes spring to mind, but I think that was the good one. Endling? So if anybody's interested, there's a game called Endling. Apparently, do not play it. Without wishing to reveal details, it lulls you in with a false sense of security and then makes you regret that you trusted it. And not like in a, here's a cool message and, you know, this is going to be good for everyone involved way. No, apparently just in a, this is shitty and I feel like a bad person kind of way. Again, haven't played it, haven't seen it. Oh?
A door at last. Now we're getting somewhere. I can't get the darn thing open.
Grundyslov, they're the people who did the Sherlock Holmes games, right? Can't get the darn thing open? No! No, Shaman is good, lad. Do I have to use Core Spear to get it open?
That doesn't do anything.
No. I still have Nut, and I don't know why. Wait, what did Juice do? Okay, I've previously used an axe to open a door. Which again, goes into my... This game is weirdly confusing. Adventure Game Studio.
That doesn't do anything.
It
That
does.
doesn't do anything. That doesn't do that doesn't do anything.
Honestly, there are a lot of great people making games with various toolkits, and I really like it.
That's not exactly what I had in mind.
I get the message already.
Okay, but I'm not gonna obey the message. That's not how this works. I've got a feeling that the blocked tunnels...
It looks like this tunnel has been blocked off.
I've got a feeling one of them is going to be important for some reason, because these games love doing that. But I can't do anything with that door, so there we go. Juice? Yeah. Vegeta. Vegeta, you did exactly what I was about to ask you to do. Shaman is baby. Oh?
Whatever's there, it looks pretty spooky.
But I cannot walk to it. Can I use the hole in the wall? I can. I'm about to die. Nope, that was terrible. Good adventurers go left. I've still got to follow the maze solving strategy. But that would get me on the other side of that blocked off tunnel, which is presumably important. Okay, now I can go back there. So everyone should be mean to Ash. Do you remember what Ash did to Misty in, like, the second episode? Ash still owes Misty a bike. Okay, we're making something resembling progress. Ash is a nasty little bike thief. Nothing more than that. Oh, because Porygon didn't get his episode. Boy, is everyone enjoying this very exciting maze? Did I just go in a weird circle? No. Okay. That's just a different wall with an identical spider web. Which, I don't actually blame them for that. Sprite work is difficult. There are two openings. I'm trying to keep to my good adventurers go left principle. Like standard maze solving, put your left hand on the wall. And these aren't even mazes anymore. These are just rooms. Stitch, I know what you mean, but I'm going to interpret that in the most sexual way possible. Purely because it's unpleasant. Also, yes, Tom makes a good point.
Oh my gosh, this is quite a setup he's got here.
Who is this? Thanks, Stitch. Stitch is reminding us that apparently this is Michael. Simply the old man. Given the size difference, I think like the old giant would make more sense, but whatever. You do you, Quickthorpe.
I don't feel like talking to anyone or anything right now.
Hey, okay.
Those bird heads must be some kind of strange lever device.
A magnificent machine stands in the center of the cave. The flame on this candle was blown out long ago.
Okay. So, you enter a weird old man's house. And you see there a candle. Are you immediately going to assume that is the candle of time? What's with these assumptions, Quickthorpe?
A very old man sits sleeping in his chair.
This guy is sawing logs.
Very old phrase. Or maybe not.
These large vessels contain cosmic plasma, used to lubricate the gears of the machine.
How? What? How do you know that?
It's an underground solar lamp with little planetary spheres attached.
Again, the level of technology is very odd.
It took you long enough. I've been waiting a long, long time for you.
Have you? Yeah, just what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Just what exactly is that supposed to mean?
It means simply that I've been waiting a long, long time for those jewels.
You're very presumptuous. What makes you think I have any jewels?
I am omnipotent. Therefore, I can afford to be presumptuous.
Okay. No, you cannot. What you mean, presumably, is omniscient, because that would imply knowing everything. Omnipotent means the ability to do anything. And frankly, you're clearly not, because you need a machine just to make weather. But also, oh my god, you're omnipotent?
But I cannot afford to be waiting around any longer for those jewels.
Why? Are you gonna die?
Now stop playing games with me and hand them over.
No.
Give me one good reason why I should.
Don't you want to save all the innocent people of Balkane and restore our beautiful Balkanian world?
Yes, but I've got a fancy key. No one ever said an old god would be... Not really. I'm looking at the big picture now.
No, not really. I'm looking at the big picture now.
Which one, Stitch? This dude?
So, you've got the big picture now. That's the spirit. Just what I like to hear. And that's exactly the reason why you should give me the jewels.
You know what, honestly, Tom? That's not terrible. That would make a pretty good bit alert.
Between you and me, my son, we can rule the world.
I don't want to rule the world. I just want to go back home to the lady who wanted to have sex with me. Yes, thank you. I have not hydrated. The voices in this game are mostly good. Why, thank you, Tom. Thank you for my jewels, apparently. Summer with the hydrate, Juice with the posture check.
Seriously, though, I'm only thinking for the good of your people. That's why I need those jewels.
No, I think you're just a greedy old man.
Okay, I promise to do that as soon as I get back with all 4 of the jewels. But couldn't you at least tell me who you are?
Yeah.
You will know in good time. Now get out of here. I need to rest.
I mean, let's be honest, Summer. For a lot of people, if they ruled the world, their only real ambition would be to have more sex.
I've no idea how to operate this machine.
This one is stuck. You can't move it. That is beyond the range of Quickthorpe's natural abilities.
I said for many people. I may have said for most people. Also, Stitch, that is such a good use of that modifier. Is that seriously it? I found that dude and got nothing out of it? I still don't have an item that will get me into the Engulfed Fortress. Unless... Am I supposed to, like, use Kor's spear to just... I mean, I've already killed one snake-like entity with the spear. Make it 2? Yeah. Summer really knows where it's at. Be loved, play games. I do not have seppuku enabled. Stitch. I'm sorry. So if I had gone with right-hand rule instead of left-hand rule, I would have been finished that in like 2 minutes. I want to... I'm just going to pull up a walkthrough. Just briefly. Because I'm certain I've missed something in here. I've just like... It feels like I can't only have got that. Excuse me. A what? So, the walkthrough is instructing me to use the crowbar. I conspicuously do not have a crowbar. Oh, the crowbar is in the maze? I mean, that's not poor puzzle design. That's just kind of frustrating. Okay, so... I'm just following the walkthrough for the sake of the... for the sake of getting the crowbar. Beyond that, I'm not going to follow it. Because I am tired of this, frankly, incredibly boring maze. Okay, crowbar. Crowbar get.
Yeah, I've got the power.
Zan, thank you so much for the host. And also, I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you when you came to chat. I was reading a walkthrough. because this game is frustrating. Use crowbar on old man. Like, I'm kind of tempted to, because that old man is not... I don't think he's a good person. I frequently forget to host at all, so you're doing just fine, San. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the host. So many good eggs in chat. Okay, so now I can use the crowbar on the door. Now, I'm about to point out something, which is not a problem with Fable in particular. It's a problem with adventure games in general. There's a wooden door. I have an axe, but I have to use the crowbar to open this wooden door. Even though a previous wooden door, I managed to open with the axe. And as I said, that's not a problem with Fable. Adventure games tend to have this weird thing. Oh! So the Gorgon is a mermaid. Also, again, what is the level of technology in this world? Because to be honest, I'm not satisfied with any of this. Hi, lady.
Honey, I'm home.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Welcome to my chamber, foolish mortal.
Okay. Okay. Horrifying face. That was a good voice. I approve.
Before you die, please tell me how you found me.
I like the fact that she's a Gorgon, but because she's underwater, her hair is all like tentacles instead of snakes. It works. I love how many, like, weirdly attractive women Quickthorpe has run into, and somehow this is the only one he's actually flirted with. By killing people and stealing from the dead. I mean... little luck in my cool Quickthorpe charm. By killing people and stealing from the dead, I'm a man who walks tall and carries a big stick. I'm gonna be honest, because I have killed several people and stolen from them.
By killing people and stealing from the dead.
You are either a man after my own heart, or after my precious sapphire.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Either way, or whichever you choose, you're a dead man.
Oh. Will this work twice?
That doesn't do anything.
Well, Juice has found his dream girl. Do we use a shield as in, like, the original Greek story?
That doesn't do anything.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Did I refer to you as a boy? I did not mean to, Juice. Also, I am terrible with remembering people's genders. I have a bad habit of using he as kind of non-specific, which it definitely isn't. So let me rephrase. Juice has found their dream girl. Juice is Female. Oh, this is a cosmic window, apparently.
This large window displays a lovely view of the south side of the universe.
The universe doesn't have a south side. That's not how that works. Oh. Oh, this time it just reloads me.
Honey, I'm home.
Welcome to my before you.
I'm a man who walks tall and carries a big stick.
You might have a big stick, but tall.
Tall or small, I'm afraid to say that one of us must fall.
You speak of falling as if it were the end. I've already seen the end.
Oh?
I found nothing but the beginning of an eternity of mutilated evil.
Oh!
Would you mind rephrasing that last bit? I'm a little confused here.
So am I.
I came from your world a long time ago. It was a beautiful world then, till the Mechubars came to play their secret games.
Again, a little bit of interesting lore here.
We, your people, were captive slaves by the Mechubars. They possessed a secret power by which they could channel their energy and travel through many worlds.
And you tried to discover what their great secret power was, right?
All we Balkanians wanted was to gain back our freedom. It was believed that the key was in discovering their secret.
As I understand it, the key to the Mecubar's secret is in fact a special gold key which holds 4 precious jewels.
That's what I've been told.
I see that you've done your homework. In fact, the key was only a link to the Mecubar's power.
Oh?
Though probably we never found the secret, as we were betrayed by our leader.
Rip.
The Mechubars captured us and destroyed our planet. Since then, the 4 of us have been exiled to our shattered worlds.
So, basically the bad guys used to be good guys.
Our double-crossing leader was the only one to escape.
But who was your leader?
His name was Ishmael. It still hurts me to mention his name.
Interesting biblical reference, especially given this game's enormous popularity in Israel. Like, I believe the only official languages of for this game are English and Hebrew. Ishmael was in Moby Dick, but he was in the Bible before that.
And a hard one too. I loved him, you know.
No! Juice, she loves another. I don't know if it's Israel specifically, but like if you look online, there's so many playthroughs in Hebrew.
Where is your leader now?
No, Summer.
If only I knew, I'd tear his eyes out. But he's been in hiding all this time.
Juice, she can learn to love again. She can learn to love you.
So all of this mess is your fault. You make me sick. I should kill you right now.
Yes, please kill me.
Oh?
I can't keep it in any longer. End my torture and return my soul.
Oh.
That's just what I plan to do. But how?
Any way you can. Use your big stick if you have to.
I'll use my big stick, lady.
No problem. But I'll have to take it out first.
Okay. Okay. That is clearly intentional.
That doesn't do anything.
Of course it does.
That doesn't do anything.
I'm not interested in your toys, little boy.
Like, I'll try axing her.
That doesn't do anything.
No. Eat shovel.
That doesn't do anything.
I've got a weird feeling. Maybe memory, maybe imagination, that it's the helmet.
That doesn't do anything.
I don't think that's a good idea.
It is not. Do I have the necessary big stick? So we were right about the big stick part. Just... This isn't stupid. Wait, who are you talking to? Bitch? Because I've known you were Stitch since fairly early on. Since you were Sad Blue Alien. I don't think this is actually a terrible puzzle. You can't directly kill her. But you can break the window, and that's literally space out there. So question. Why does Quickthorpe not get sucked into the vacuum of space? Why does the window break below her instead of where he was poking? Why couldn't I just stab her? So many questions. So few answers. It was at least more climactic than Snake Fight. I mean, you may be right, Summer.
This large window displays a lovely view of the south side of the universe.
You're not going to comment on the fact that a person just got sucked out of there? I mean, okay.
There it is, and she's a beauty. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Ho-hum, 3 down and 1 to go.
Okay, buddy, don't sound like, oh, it's no big deal. No, we have had to murder so many people to get this far. And put this in the key.
This fits perfectly.
Now we're only looking for one more gem. Interestingly, this has...
Now, where have I seen this design before?
Yeah. The key fits into there, but I suspect the key will only work when it is complete.
Rats. It doesn't want to work.
Yes, villainy. Well remembered. One of the few very, very saucy lines in that game. Oh, a telescope.
With this telescope, one can see little people dancing in the streets on a planet in a faraway galaxy.
That's pretty powerful. There's a control switch. This probably does something.
I wonder what this highly sophisticated switch mechanism is used for. This switch must be controlling something in the exterior.
Oh. Switched off the electricity at the entrance of the engulfed fortress, maybe? Because if so, that is... Haha, good ending, Tom. Oh, how sweet of you to imagine that this game has such a thing. From my limited memory, this game barely has an ending. Although, I believe it actually has 2 different endings. It has the European and American releases had different endings. And no, I don't know which version I'm playing. This must be because you need something in the Land of Mist that's missable, and they just... This just breaks the world building completely. And I mean, the world building was never the most solid. So let's see if I'm right. Oh, by the way, you remember how she referenced Ishmael? And how Ishmael was in hiding? Something fun I saw from the walkthrough. The old, supposedly omnipotent dude we met, yeah, that's Ishmael. So by in hiding, she means he's like 3 doors over. I feel like as a Gorgon, she could probably have figured that out. Anyway. Let's save. We did a thing. Did that switch off the laser? That did not switch off the laser. Okay. No.
That doesn't do anything.
Okay, good. I had a horrible feeling that...
I should keep it for the right time or that special someone who comes along.
Do I even need to get in here? Like, this game loves its red herrings. Yes, Stitch? Do you want me to spray water on the eel? Keep in mind, I am in the ocean. Although, you will see no evidence of that. Okay. Yep. It's a red herring. You never need to go into the engulfed fortress. In spite of the fact that this place is called the Engulfed Fortress. Like, it bothers me, the effort they went to. That is a huge area. Like, some artist spent a while on that. There are 2 things stopping you from going further. There's plenty of opportunity for problem solving with an electric eel and a laser gate. But no, how do we actually solve it? We find a guy guarding an otherwise ignorable cave and bribe him. Anyway, anybody want to know what that switch did? Because what that switch did is in this room. The change has happened. No. It apparently did a thing with the elevator.
I guess this means going down now.
So previously, when the elevator would take me up, now it will take me down. I just wish there'd been some indicator of that. Welcome to the Land of Shadows. Population 8,765. Route 666. Oh. Oh! So, I died. It was very exciting. Now, this next area, I have some fairly strong memories of it, just visually. It's interesting that it's called the Land of Shadows, because if I remember correctly, that is not at all what I remember it looking like. Frankly, what it looks like is exactly what you'd expect from, you know, a place on Route 666. I wonder if you can look at the sign.
It stopped moving.
Yeah.
Route 666. I like the way that sounds. Kind of evil.
So. Gotta get down there safely. Blanket as parachute? Yes! That would not work in the real world. Oh! Oh, that's not pleasant.
Quickfall confidently maneuvers the switch to the on position.
Waxed slaves.
This must be some kind of private joke, and I'm not getting it.
Yeah, no, that's just unattractive. It bothers me that I can't look at these.
It's a strange-looking gate.
There must be some other way to open the gate.
Well, given that talk is an option, when I arrange it like that, it looks almost like it's meant to have a mouth. You know, Tom, it would have cost you nothing to say that, and yet here we are. But nothing not to say that.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The Candyman, Captain Dawnraiser, or the Boogeyman? I'm gonna go with the bravest sounding.
Captain Dawnraiser.
Access denied.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Okay, probably the Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman.
Please enter.
Like I'm gonna give him my real name.
Cam,
Looky here,
friend.
boy. There's a new kid in town. Let's be nice and show him to his room.
Why are they all American suddenly? Also, not particularly good American accents. But yeah, do you guys like sprite scrolling animation? Okay, and we're in prison.
At least they've got mail service down here.
Oh, Quickthorpe, you dunce.
The aforementioned infidel has been found guilty of trespassing the lost city for no good reason whatsoever, and is hereby sentenced to life imprisonment.
You know, this doesn't look like the kind of place with life imprisonment. This looks like the kind of place where they would just have killed me.
Takes the note with charges.
Plastic? Plastic, really?
It looks just like the plates we use when having picnics.
Again, what's the technology level here? Technology level in this game is exactly as confusing as in Terranigma, but it doesn't have any of the charm.
Quickthorpe takes plastic plate.
Now all I have to do is find another spoon and I could play She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain just like Grandpa.
Quickthorpe surreptitiously takes the cup.
Surreptitiously? There's no one watching.
Just look at these losers. I can't believe anyone would let themselves go to hell like this.
So you know how some puns get you VIP'd in my channel? Yeah, that would get you banned.
A closer look reveals nothing more of interest.
Can I pick up his skull?
Quickthorpe cannot take the skeleton.
Cannot or will not?
It's not the most comfortable looking bed I've ever seen. I don't think I'll be getting any good sleep on that. At least I've got a nice view of hell. How quaint. Perfect ambience to enjoy a lovely meal.
I do remember this scene. I don't remember how to get out. Well, I've got a vague memory of, like, where part of it happens. But I may be completely wrong.
It's the only door in this prison cell.
KMax PC is working? Fantastic.
The lock on this door looks brand new. Those guards are idiots, but they are pretty tight on security.
By the way, how many of my... Okay. I find it interesting that they didn't take away any of my inventory, including an obvious lockpick, a crowbar, an axe, a spear. Like, they're tight on security? No, they're not. They're idiots.
Well, that doesn't do anything.
Tom, you're close to something.
Not even my bent hairpin will pick this lock. This is not looking good.
I'm not going to say if you're close to being banned or if you're close to being VIP'd, but you're close to one of those. Is it time to nut? Wait, markings on the wall. Possibly useful.
There are markings, different from all the others. They must be some kind of cryptic message.
No, they're just counting, buddy.
I don't see anything else of interest. That's not exactly what I had in mind. I'd rather save the pocket space for things I'll really need. There's something weird about that part of the floor, or we're experiencing major perspective problems here.
It's a ramp, buddy.
A closer look reveals nothing more of interest.
Okay, except the loose stone. Rip! Guess what? He's got a crowbar, he's got a spear, but guess what? I'm moving my mouse, I'm clicking and right-clicking, but we've had something much worse than death. Yep. Let's try this again. Sure thing, Tom. I mean, I've got to play through a couple of minutes, so you probably won't miss anything. Okay. Whoops, I clicked the wrong thing. Yes, San, please eat. Eating is very important. Retro Phoenix? With the raid? Thank you so much. You caught us right at the tail end of a crash. So I've just had to restart. Fortunately, I haven't lost much progress. But hey, this game continues to be somewhere between confusing, baffling, and frustrating. I don't know if there's a word for that, but thank you so much for the raid. How was the rest of your spoopy game? Did it continue to be as spoopy as it was when I was watching? Okay. In the nicest possible way, let's go to hell.
It stopped moving.
Yeah, Quickthorpe is just immune to gravity. Aw. But quite tame at the moment. I hope it picks up.
Quickthorpe confidently maneuvers.
I've never even heard of it. I am planning on playing some spooky point and clicks for October. Maybe that'll end up on the list.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
The Boogeyman.
Please enter.
Like I was gonna give him my real name.
Yeah, Quickthorpe, say that out loud, right in front of the person who you just deceived.
Looky here, Bull. There's a new kid in town. Let's be nice and show his room.
This is Fable. It is not great. It's got good art. Good art, mostly good voice acting, except for the cabin boy on the ship, who I swear was just like someone's nephew. I'm just kind of speeding through this part.
Takes the note with charges.
Because this was...
Quickthorpe surreptitiously takes the cup.
this is the part where we crashed.
Quickthorpe takes the plastic plate.
No, you see, Summer
Now
has
all
a
I
different
have to do
opinion.
is find another spoon and I could play She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain just like Grandpa.
So, yeah, Summer has
There are
apparently
markings different from all the
great
others.
nostalgia for this
They must
game,
be some kind of cryptic message.
as I did. But playing it is just so confusing and frustrating, and there are just massive red herrings where there'll be a huge, beautiful piece of art with a clearly elaborate puzzle to get in, and no, you never go in. You never have to solve the puzzle. The game style
There's
is
something
wonderful.
weird about that part of the floor, or we're experiencing major perspective problems here.
Take the loose stone.
Quickthorpe cannot take the stone.
Use the loose stone.
That is beyond the range of Quickthorpe's natural abilities.
Crowbar the loose stone? Spoon the loose stone.
That doesn't do anything.
Why does that not do anything?
That doesn't do anything.
Why doesn't that do anything? Do I just have to, like, step on the loose stone? Get out of your own way, Quickthorpe.
That's not exactly what I had in mind.
Sure, yes. Yes, you may... frankly, you may always share Doge. Give me a moment, and we can even check it on stream. Oh my. Oh my. Presenting she. This is a very good pup. This is a very good pup. More pup? Sure thing, Phoenix. Thanks for the raid, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Hey, Slim. Pingu. Thank you for the posture check, thank you for the hydrate check, and also Newt Newt. Okay. So there's a loose stone. My crowbar doesn't work. Does my spoon work? Okay. You cannot give me a loose stone and a crowbar. And then the solution is to use a spoon like a crowbar. Like, take away my crowbar. Right? This is so confusing. The design in this game is just honestly frustrating sometimes. Like, that wasn't too bad because there is the there's a stereotype's the wrong word, the cliche of like a spoon being used to break out of prison. That wasn't too terrible, but I had a crowbar. Anyway, this dude seems to be doing well.
From the looks of his beard, I'd say this guy's been here a while.
No, that's how he looked when he arrived. He's been here for 3 days.
I've come to free you.
Have you?
He's not responding. Can you hear me? I said you're free.
I did it earlier, Shadon, and I shall do it again. They call me Mr. Pig!
Still nothing.
I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not gonna do it
Wake
every
up,
stream.
I say. You're saved. You can go home. I don't get it. He's either deaf, dumb, or dead.
Well, he's breathing. Oh!
Poor old guy. It looks like he's been here a long time.
And now he's awake? So I had this whole thing where I tried to speak to him and I couldn't. And then he just wakes up afterwards. Okay.
My name's Quickthorpe. I've come to free you.
At last, after all these years, my prayers have been answered. I'm free.
Can we get some F's in the chat?
Poor old guy. He's finally kicked the bucket. I can't imagine why there's a stool in here. Monday night poker with the guards, maybe?
Gone too soon, but we'll never forget.
I wonder what they do there. It's too hot for anyone to consider a fire here.
Well, it is hell.
There's dead people everywhere I go.
Well, it is hell. Seem to be anything to do here.
I imagine these tables have been put to good use over the years.
A hole next to him, but I don't seem to be able to interact with it. Maybe his door is older and easier to break out of.
And of course, there's a lock on the door. It looks like the lock is completely melted from the heat.
Quickthorpe cannot do anything with a completely melted lock.
Okay, does that mean it's easy to pick?
That doesn't do anything.
Maybe I can just crowbar
That
the door?
doesn't do anything.
Why does crowbarring the door not do anything?
The door is locked.
Yeah, but you said the lock is melted. Do I axe this door again? It wouldn't be the first door I've axed.
These doors are either too thick or I'm a really pathetic weakling.
Why not both?
That doesn't do anything.
Okay. So it's probably not the spoon, it's probably not the plate, it's probably not the cup. I will try those if I need to. The lock has melted from the heat. That's probably meaning.
I don't suppose there's any chance of me escaping through this window.
Probably not.
It really looks like these tables have been put to good use over the years. And of course, there's a lock on the door.
Yeah, but what do you do with the lock?
It looks like the lock is completely melted from the heat.
Buddy, do you have anything more? You're dead now, so...
Poor old guy. He's finally kicked the bucket.
Well, I'll be... There's a key in his pocket. The old bugger had probably forgotten all about it.
So again, I forget to look at things twice.
I've got the key. Let's hope it's the one to the door.
Why does the prisoner have the key? I mean, presumably, it's the key.
And of course, there's a lock on the door.
I have a crowbar. If you're not going to let me use the crowbar to open the doors, take away my crowbar. It's so easy to justify in-game. You got captured by the guards.
I wonder if it used to fit before the lock was melted.
Oh. I slightly take it back. Maybe it works in my cell? I'm still frustrated that I can't use the crowbar. It feels like I should be able to. So the lock is melted and unusable. Mine is still pretty new. Hopefully it's the same
Wouldn't
key.
you know it, it's locked shut.
Which would be terrible. Security.
They put in a brand new lock, but it uses the same old key. These guards are operating at a very high level.
Okay. Let's save. Look, at least it wasn't, like, just the key to his own cell. So there I am. There's Sans and Papyrus getting drunk. I'm sorry. This is described as a nice pit bull. It is neither of those things. It's not nice. It's not a pit bull. Also, Undertale stole this.
I've always wanted a dog like that. I'll bet it could eat one ex-poodle in one chomp.
Why would you want a dog like that?
He's cute and cuddly, with healthy-looking teeth.
I don't suppose there's any good fishing in there.
Stardew Valley would tell you otherwise. Hey, I remember this scene. I don't remember what to do here, but I remember this scene.
This door would probably be leading back to the cell with the old fella. So close to freedom, but still so far away.
Yeah, that checks out. We've had some weird non-Euclidean thinking already, but that checks out.
This bridge is spectacular, but it does not look safe, if you ask me.
Well, yes, the hole in the middle does rather make me think that.
These houses look kind of like the ones in my village. They must have sunken down to the underworld after the big explosion.
That is one interpretation.
This ancient river is filled with molten lava flowing from the pits of the fire demon.
So, it is called the River Styx. Now, those of you who have a reasonable familiarity with the Greek underworld will know of the River Styx. S-T-Y-X. But they can't leave anything as it is. I am pissed off by that. That is the kind of pun I do not accept. That's not a good pun. Tom, if you're still here, those are the kind of puns that are not going to get you VIP'd. Anyway, let's just try walking across. Maybe it's a magical bridge. No.
This bridge is spectacular, but it doesn't... I've got to figure out a way to get across that gap.
Okay. What do I have? I have a plate. I have a spoon. I mean, what's the issue here? Quickthorpe defies gravity. Like...
I don't think
use
that's
the wool
deer.
blanket? That got me down here.
I've read about these aqueduct systems. They were built by our forefathers to carry water across the valleys. You don't see many of these around anymore.
And these ones are not carrying water, so, you know, there's that. Okay. I'm not sure what to do here. And I will look it up if I need to. But... I don't want to screw with these guards.
Quickthorpe should not pet strange dogs.
Do I have anything I can feed to the pit bull? I have not.
I guess he doesn't care for that. The jewels are so fake, they almost look real.
Cool. That sure is a phrase. I do find it interesting how many items you pick up in this game that are just completely useless. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I find it interesting. Oh, there's another door. I haven't been in here.
That's not exactly what I had in mind. That's not exactly what I had in mind.
Open the door! Okay. 3 guesses what just happened. If the rapidly looping music and the fact that I'm not doing anything doesn't quite give it away. So, give me a moment. I don't know if that's anything to do with the game or if that's DOSBox. DOSBox is a wonderful piece of software. Without it, none of these games would be playable in any capacity. So don't hear this as me saying DOSBox sucks. It doesn't. But certain games, DOSBox is not the most stable thing. And again, in any of those cases, it's unclear the extent to which the fault is with DOSBox and the fault is with the game. Let's get back to it. So I was just about to talk to the guards, because I feel like there's not much else I can do. They're drunk. Maybe they won't recognize me. Oh. Apparently they don't recognize me.
Could I have one of your official ID cards?
Shucks, I forgot mine this morning. Do you have yours, Bull?
Why, yes, I do. Here you go, pal. But please don't look at my picture. It's mighty embarrassing.
Security in this place must be a nightmare. They're just handing out ID badges to people they don't recognize?
I'm looking a bit overweight. Photos always add about 5 pounds, you know.
You're a skeleton.
No problem.
I was expecting the joke to be that he had skin when the ID photo was taken.
Can you please tell me where I am?
You're here with us in the land of shadows. Do you have any other silly questions?
Well, I'm guessing the ID card will help me cross the bridge? I'm not sure how it would do that, but you know. It hasn't done it yet. Use the ID
I don't think
card
that's
at the
going to work.
bridge? No, neither do I. Where can I get the ID card?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Maybe it'll let me into that door that I couldn't open before. It's certainly worth considering. Because there's nothing over here. There's the nice pit bull, but I think he's just basically decoration.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. The ID card doesn't work like that. So what can I use to cross the gap? Any suggestions, chat? What could potentially let me get across this gap?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, I'm trying to drop it. There we go. Okay. The medallion, no. Chili peppers, no. Broken lantern, no. Book, no. Use, no. Empty sack would be useful as a parachute, but not to get across. Knife, scarf, key, field. I can't see any of these being useful for crossing this. Use the spear to, like, pole vault?
I don't think that's going to work.
It totally is. Okay. Not a bad puzzle. I'm okay with that puzzle. Spear for pole vault? I can get behind that. Okay. Drop the spear. I mean, I'm with you, Vegeta. Where should I be walking to? Oh, goes off into the distance. Oh, hi, Death.
The Grim Reaper's name is Von Hexter. He's in charge of the Hell Grail. The lava river is boiling at 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything coming into contact with it would vaporize in 2 nanoseconds.
Cool, I'm gonna stick my hand in that. I get like a cup of lava.
This kryptonite is great stuff. Can't even feel the heat on my hands.
I'm sorry. The cup is made of kryptonite. Like, they couldn't even invent their own fictional metal. Or not even invent, just keep vaguely fantasy. Make it out of mithril.
It's the cup you found in the prison cell.
Whatever. As a pig, I take offense to that.
Can you tell me what's on the other side of the bridge?
That was a solid song. I was very much into Three Doors Down when I was a teenager. And early 20s.
I can't tell you that. That would be cheating.
You're bloody well right. I guess I'll just have to find out for myself.
Yeah, can you take me across?
You must be sweating like a pig under that robe.
As a skeleton, he probably doesn't have sweat glands, so...
You get used to it after a while. It's the prisoners I feel sorry for. It's like an oven in those cells.
Let them suffer is what I say. Speaking of prisoners, I've come down looking for one that's escaped.
Does nobody notice that he's got skin?
Why haven't the guards sounded the alarm?
Good question. They must be on coffee break again.
That's typical of those idiots. Not to worry, though. No one can escape this hellhole.
Like, I believe you? I probably have to show him my ID card. Sometimes the clicking doesn't work because the frame rate kind of drops a bit low.
I don't recall ever seeing you here before. You must be one of the new guard recruits.
I mean, fair, Piss.
Okay, you can pass.
Like, I've never mentioned Pez's skin. That's a pleasant sound. Oh!
You're not one of my guards. What are you doing down here?
So, when they told me there was a demon of fire, that is not what I anticipated. I mean, for a variety of reasons. Hi, Niv. We've met a nightmare.
Just hand over the ruby and no one gets hurt.
You can't stream wine, Niv?
Honey people are the most annoying.
last did I save? I hate the fact that it doesn't even end the game. Rip! It was way back here. Niv? That is a perfectly understandable thing. However, if you want to try it, what I would suggest is, instead of starting with a Twitch stream, start with a Discord stream with a few people you feel comfortable. Because if you can do a Discord stream with, heck, start with one person. It's a good way to get a practice of, here I am, presenting a game, talking to people, and it can help you get into the flow of how you talk on stream. You don't have to. I mean, nobody has to stream. But if you want to stream and if you want to talk during your streams, I feel like that's a good way to practice. Yeah,
Could I
ID
have one of
card.
your... No. Can you put your...
Okay. Let's speed through this as much as we can with Quickthorpe's absurdly slow walking speed. I actually have kind of an advantage there. I'm sure I've mentioned this to some people. I used to be a teacher. I taught at university for several years. For about 5 years. And boy, does that make you get used to public speaking. You just don't have a choice. Oh, that's a good idea, Vegeta. So yeah, initially, like, you can have your Discord friends actively talking to you. And then, yeah, once you get more comfortable, you ask them to mute themselves, and it gives you a better idea of what it's like having only text interaction. And again, if you try that for a while and you decide this just isn't for you, well, that's fine. Not everyone has to stream. But having a kind of a low risk way to practice is great. If anybody here is scared of public speaking, do not go into teaching, because it's not a low risk way to do anything.
I don't think that's a good idea.
It's also a way to, like, teaching is the best way to learn to hate teaching. I actually love teaching. I miss it, but unfortunately, like, there are problems with teaching as well. That is something I wish I'd had. Taught for 5 years, never had any official qualification to do it. Universities tend to be a bit loose with that. As long as you have the appropriate degree, it's much easier to do it. Teach at a school?
You're not one of my gods. What are you doing down here?
I've come for you, Jax.
Yeah.
I'm taking you
Teach
in.
high school, you definitely need a qualification.
Like hell you are.
Haha, it's a pun. Okay. So 2 things killed me.
You're not one of my gods.
Right, Pez.
What are
that's
you
what it is.
doing down here?
Just a routine inspection. I'll be on my way.
Okay. So that gives me time to do stuff. I hate that the skeleton is still alive. In South Africa, like, we don't really have colleges in general. So, like, university is is just the general word. But yeah, most university teachers that I knew were, yes, people pursuing a master's or a PhD, and then, like, you just teach at the same time. That is an appropriate amount of caffeine. So there doesn't seem to be anything to interact with in this room, except for the fire demon. That is a very disquieting modification, Stitch. He's jumping, he's frolicking, but he's also thoughtful. I didn't get my cup of lava. I need a cup of lava. Maybe I don't actually need a cup of lava, but I
It's
really
the only
want
safe way to get across the river Styx.
300 milligrams. Like, did you just inject yourself with caffeine that you know the exact amount? Or is it one of these, like, 5-hour energy things?
This kryptonite is great stuff. Can't even feel the heat on my hands.
So how many energy drinks have you had? Because that sounds like many. Oh, just one. Which energy drink was it? Just that I can keep it in mind for next time. Okay. He's a fire demon. Throwing a cup of lava at a fire demon probably won't do much. But also, I was told it would vaporize anything. Why does that work against a fire demon? Why is the fire demon a bug? Well, I beat him. Are you proud of me, chat? I killed a person. Oh, hey, look, it's the ruby.
There it is, the ruby in all its fiery splendor. I should take all these stones and do a runner. Who's ever gonna know? Nah, I'm the hero, and heroes are honest.
Okay. So,
This fits perfectly.
put the ruby in the Mekibar's key. And now I suspect there is a good ending and a bad ending. Because Ishmael wanted all the jewels, but also I can use the key to, like, open that one door. You know what, Stitch? It would be an effective way to, like, hide your weakness from people. Maybe that's what happened here. Dude thought, if I call myself the fire demon, nobody's ever gonna throw lava at me. Do I have to pole vault again? I do. Dude is very good at that. The doors are not open. But I can open them, hopefully. Maybe that's what it was. He knew his weakness was fire. So he's like, I'm gonna call myself the fire demon. Ain't nobody gonna use fire against the fire demon.
It's no use. You're trapped here for good.
Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? I must have missed something somewhere, right? thought I could just, like, take the elevator back up. Hey, are you doing the thing the Flash did in Kingdom Come? I legit assumed I had to go back upstairs because there was the room with the thing. It just occurred to me why things sound weird. YouTube has paused my background music. That is something I really don't like about YouTube. The fact that it just decides, hey, you know how you've been listening to this for a while? Nah. Oh, skinning slab. That's a good word.
Contrary
Right.
to popular belief, all victims have their skin gently removed before they are sacrificed over the fire demon's pit.
I don't think you can remove someone's skin gently. I don't think that's a thing.
An orthopedic sliding rack is used to assure maximum comfort for the victim.
Again, I don't think that's what that is.
The catacombs are where all spare body parts and detached pieces are stored.
What am I missing?
The catacombs.
Empty catacomb? Is that important?
That's curious. It seems that one of these catacombs is empty. I wonder what it would be like crawling into a hole for dead bodies.
I mean, that's pretty accurate, Stitch. Oh. Okay. I'm back here. Which is where I wanted to be. I just got here via very different means.
That is beyond the range of Quickthorpe's
Okay. Now, as I said, I suspect that there is a good and a bad ending. Ishmael, the villain, wanted me to bring him the jewels. And there was also the door I could open. I'm gonna try both. It's also worth noting, I have no idea how to get to either room. So, let me actually see if I can find a map. Not that Fable. Not the vaguely good Fable. That's not a map. Okay, no. I cannot find a map online. I don't know much about Junji no Ito. I think it's right-hand rule to get to Weird Dude. Or approximately right. Junji no Ito is like that weird Japanese horror stuff, right? I'm actually going to save here. find Radtad. Is it you? Okay, so this dude wanted all the gems.
I should keep it for the right time or that special someone who comes along. Hey there, old man, wake up!
That sounds kinda rad, Pez.
It's you again. Well, have you found what I've been looking for?
So this dude is the villain. There were a bunch of good people a long time ago who, like, tried to get rid of the Mechubars. Who are the Mechubars? Who knows? Don't ask. Like, this game has weird sci-fi elements. Anyway, and he was their leader, but he betrayed them because, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And now, like, he wants the jewels for reasons.
Well, it's not quite that simple, you see.
Do you have any idea how important those jewels are to me?
Stitch, as a Xenoblade fan, I still don't quite know how to interpret that sentence. Is there a missing word or something?
What? Do I look like a mind reader to you?
I'm not interested in your stupid remarks. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Maybe you can't give them to him? Shitty titties. Sorry to all of the people in my chat who have rad titties. That wasn't aimed at you. No, Stitch, you cannot just ignore the fact that you made a nonsensical statement about the Mechanis Monado. I need to know what you meant. But you literally wrote about it. You said, who are the Mechanis Monado? Now you're saying, what's the Mechanis Monado? Which I can answer, but I don't... Did someone mention that before? Did I mention that? Am I going mad? Probably yes to the last one. Stitch! Stitch, you're doing things to my brain. Anyway, so it looks like I can't give the old man the thing. I'm pretty sure Stitch is just trolling me. Which I'm fine with, by the way. Hi, Tom. Stitch is turning my brain into goo. I mean, basically that. We tried to give the evil old man the jewels, and like we couldn't because yeah, this game doesn't let you be evil. Which, I mean, kind of sucks. Let me be evil. I tried. The thing is, I don't have the individual gems. I strongly suspect what happened, because I put the gems into the key, there's no way I can give them... I can't give the key to Ishmael. So I don't think I can give him just like the individual gems anymore. Okay. And we're almost there. I don't know if I ever finished this game. I will say that. If I didn't finish this game as a kid, I don't blame myself. Let's actually look at the security port. Oh, get those sprites off screen.
Now, where have I seen this design before?
Okay. The key has all the gems. Jewels. Whatever.
It works. Okay. Now what are you supposed to do?
Again, wrong person saying that line. Now, I have heard. Oh, we got the last gem when we set a fire demon on fire, because that's a thing you can do. Like the only like one of the titans who's had an actual puzzle was the ice giant. Because again, the early game in a lot of these old things that were shareware, like you could get a big chunk of the game for free. So they put all their good ideas at the start. Okay. Not what I expected. Particle streamers?
The personalized anti-epileptic holograph viewports are to be used only while sitting in the zero-gravity chairs.
Oh, narrator. Quickthorpe's always in a zero-gravity chair.
I'm not going to sit down there. The seat is really worn out. I'll bet you can get a lot of channels with all those knobs. I really like the wide flat screen style.
I don't want to look at the walkthrough now, but I'm so confused.
These are the backup tapes where all unrecorded, non-historical events that could ever happen are stored.
Let's read that again. These are the backup tapes where all unrecorded, non-historical events that could ever happen are stored.
These chairs look really comfortable.
You said that one was really worn out.
I'm not going to sit down there. The seat is really worn out.
A closer look reveals nothing more of interest.
I have no idea, Tom. Maybe?
Quickthorpe has no knowledge of television repair. Quickthorpe cannot operate the headset in this manner.
Is there a button? There's a button on one of them.
It looks like a start button.
Cool.
I just love pressing buttons to see what happens. What's that noise?
I don't
It's
know.
nice to be indoors again. Breathing water was never my thing.
Oh, you'll sit down in that chair, which looks exactly the same. I wish we were seeing what he's seeing. It sounds super exciting.
Good morning, Quickthorpe. How's my favorite master of the Matrix doing today?
Hey, what?
You know,
Oh,
I
God!
still can't figure out how you ever managed to merge your entire family with a frozen mackerel at the age of 3. You're a special case, all right. Anyway, I guess there's no need to remind you. Today's your special day. The big 2-1. The rest of the prisoners have all chipped in for your cake. triple layer chunky chocolate and see you next.
I hate that. Like, that was a shitty ending, but that CG just made it like a special level of horror. So he saw. I'm assuming he had like an Indiana Jones 4 I see everything moment. But then the ending implies that he's actually crazy in jail after he murdered his whole family. And that was just a story he wrote or read or what? Yeah, that's the ending. I'm looking up on Wikipedia how this game ends, because I know that there are two endings. Okay. So, the international release ending. The one we just watched. The game cuts to Quickthorpe reading a book, the same one featured on the main menu screen, in a jail cell, before walking over to the bars of his cell door. The narrator who has been describing Quickthorpe's journey is revealed to be the warden, who reveals that Quickthorpe is in jail for murdering his family, and that the other convicts have worked together to get him a chocolate cake to celebrate his 21st birthday. That's the shit we just watched. The North American ending. Quickthorpe walks over to the particle streamer and uses it. Energy begins to surge through the room, causing all the equipment to smoke. We then see the energy running through Ishmael's throat, killing him. The scene abruptly changes to Quickthorpe returning to his village and knocking on the door. Gwinnett, Quickthorpe's girlfriend, appears on the balcony, and upon seeing him, she opens the door and lets him in. Love hearts emerge from the balcony window, and the words, "The End," appear on the screen. So why did the international release have to try to do this? Oh, he's actually crazy, and it's just, none of this is real. Like, the North American ending is kind of dumb, but it at least wraps up the story. Yeah, GameSpot called the game an earnest but uneven effort, praising the graphics and voice acting, but criticizing the design, convoluted story, and unsatisfying ending. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I'm sorry that I've done this to you. If it makes you feel any better, I did it to me too. All joking aside, thank you guys very much for joining me in what is sure to go down as my strangest play. Yes, San, it is always lovely to have you in chat. It is always a lot of fun to do this. Development. The original ending received a great deal of negative feedback. Both players and reviewers cited the fact that the ending was too dark and didn't match the comedic tone in the rest of the game. This prompted the developers to create a happy ending, which was put into the North American release only. So the one we saw was the original release. That's how the game was meant to end. And then they decided, after receiving criticism, no, Stitch, you weren't being annoying. Like, I give you shit, Stitch, but, like, trolling is part of, like, our entire thing. I'm fine with it. Genuinely. But yeah, so they got criticism. I think reasonably so, because that ending is bad on several levels. On several levels. I think they just should have gone for like. It didn't even have to be a happy ending. Like when Quickthorpe like surged with power, I thought, oh, this is cool. Quickthorpe is basically going to turn into what Ishmael turned into. He's going to become a crazy old man desperate for the jewels. You could have had a dark ending and still like made it work. I mean, there are kind of hints of it. Remember how Quickthorpe just ignores gravity? Remember how there's complete non-Euclidean geography? There are sort of hints of it, but it's still a shitty ending. But thank you guys for being here. I really enjoyed having other people to see the craziness. Because when it's just me, like, I would have given up on this game if it weren't for having an audience. I like having an audience because you guys are a lot of fun to stream to, and having other people go, okay, yes, that was bullshit. I'm sure I did miss something with Ishmael. I'm sure I missed many things, but I'm not going back, Summer. I'm sorry. San, I love you too. We're gonna be streaming. We're gonna be raiding Lee. Lee is a good lad. What's he playing today? Playing something retro. Oh, he's playing the Trials of Mana remake, which, yeah, I've never been much into the Mana series, but it looks cool enough. I love you all very much. I'm so glad you joined me. If you're interested in seeing more of my stuff, I will be streaming Terranigma, possibly the last episode, this coming Wednesday at 5:30 Eastern. If you're only interested in point and clicks, next week Sunday, 2:30 Eastern, you can join me again. I hope everyone has a lovely day further. Ciao.